Hello, and welcome to another little show off of my project I've been working on and off on. It is a VR motion capture kind of Unity package right now, but hopefully a full on program that's independent of Unity later on. So, the general goal of this is to basically work with a VR and tracker setup. So, 6 points roughly, but more in the future. Maybe less, too. I might make support for that, but basically to act out what you would have a motion capture software, record your motions, save it, and then export it as an FBX or use it back in Unity as an anim file for any kind of model or in your 3D editing software of some kind. So yes, I'll just show off what I have so far. So if I hit play here, I'll go into the editor and I'll switch mics quick. So here you can see in the different corners, oh, my body's going everywhere, excuse that, that we have, gotta select the game window here. So I have the 3D model here that I'm using currently for motion capture. And you can see I have these little arrows around here. The arrows represent the extra tracker position. So right now I see I have one on my foot, and that's correct. That is the foot I am moving. But my other foot does not have it, and I have an arrow on my hand. So these are the extra index assignments for the trackers. And I couldn't find a good way to automatically detect them. Maybe I will in the future, or use Steam VR's new set of tools to do that automatically. But for now, I also have my hip here, which is not working. So what I'll do is I'll hit hips. And what I'll do is I'll scroll up through the index. So there's my one base station on the arrow there. I'll go through my controls. So if I keep doing it, eventually I'll hit right there. And see, there's the arrow and it's moving. That's my hip. Now I just need my left foot. So if I hit this again, go to left foot and scroll through. Eventually, yep, there we go. Now I have all my legs and feet. So if I go over here and line my body up with the model here, you can see that once I grab and squeeze the controllers, bam, I lock in. And see here, I have a proper setup here, and it's tracking my legs and my hands. No finger tracking yet. I'll get that situated shortly, as well as the locking with the head. Everything is locked in based on the relative position at the beginning, but I'll be fixing that to automatically do some of it, and so on. But here, see, it works. Everything's great. Awesome. Over here, the rest of the menu. I have a recalibrate button. So if you calibrate in wrong or accidentally do it right now, you can just hit recalibrate and you're here. You can just redo the binding again and then squeeze. There you go. And so we have a start recording, stop recording. That's pretty obvious. So when you start recording, it'll save it to an anim file. And what you'll do is, actually that export animation is not used yet, so it'll just save a .anim file. I have a process right now in editor to export that as an FBX, but that will be integrated in here soon enough. Okay, had a technical issue, but I fixed it. Said something earlier and messed it up. So if I hit start recording, it'll start recording. I can do whatever. I can do little dances and woo, stuff like that, jumping jacks. And when I finish, hit stop, it'll freeze for a minute, then it'll save. And that's all we have to do here right now. We're later off an export animation, which will actually export the FBX fully. But for now, we have to go back, and we can stop playing it now. We'll have our little animation right here. And this is just a generic animation, which is hard to use in a lot of cases. So if we drag in our actual model here, I thought that was the actual model. There we go. So here's our little model. We have to make sure it's on generic for the FBX instead of humanoid. We can see it's working pretty well. Captured all of our data. It's offset because of my play space I have messed up, but that's fine. You can always correct that later. So if you want to export this animation, right now what you have to do is just go drag in your generic version of your model, go to your export folder and drag in that that animation on there. And if you want to test, you can see that it will work. So if you hit play quick, it will go and play your little animation that you have. But in our case, we just want to select this. And currently I'm using the editor version, but I'll make it into an actual in-game version where you can just go to export to FBX. And I just want to export this as YBot2 to my VR Mocap. So let's export. Okay. Now we can go here. We see YBot2. This is what we had. So if we want to make this into a humanoid and use it for other models in Unity, we can make the rig humanoid first. And then we can simply copy out this animation. And then bam, we can use it on any generic Unity humanoid. Okay, and I did confirm the if you want to use it in Blender, make sure you're in binary. And if you're in Maya or something, I guess just do ASCII instead. I don't know the difference necessarily, but I know that Blender does not work with the ASCII version. So I export in binary since I use Blender. And here's the animation, the model. And if I hit play, see there it is. And there we go. Looking pretty sweet. And the same should work in Maya as well, if everything goes well. If I extend out the animation, you can see it all play through there. But we can play our animation here, and it's a little fast, it's a little wonky, but you know, it's all working and it's there. So I hope that kind of, you know, helps you out a little bit. I'm not sure what's up with these bugs. I don't use Maya, but I know it works okay in Blender when you import it in. So I believe it's just because of the offset of the root. But, you know, still work in progress. I hope you guys are interested. I might put up an early version here. You can just throw in your Unity project if you really need it for something. My Discord is below, my Discord server. So if you want to get in contact with me, you can go through there. Or just comment on the video or something. But yeah, I hope this seems interesting, or maybe it'll become something in the future. Who knows? So thank you.